So episode 3 of Fear the Walking Dead picks up right about where episode 2 left off. Downtown is going off like the Lakers won a three-peat. Travis, Liza, and Chris are holed up in the barbershop with Daniel, the dad, Ophelia, the mother, and Griselda, their daughter.
They won't come in here.
How do you know?
What are they gonna steal, combs?
Meanwhile, Maddie, Nick, and Alicia are hanging out at home doing what normal people do during a zombie apocalypse. Playing a candlelit game of Monopoly.
I'm the top hat.
Car.
Shoot.
Just after Nick takes his hit of oxy.
Come on, Nick. Please just swallow them.
Chris gets his first face-to-face with the walker at the barbershop. Then the wall starts to melt, so it's time to go. But never fear, Daniel has a plan.
We run
Where?
in different directions.
But when they get outside, the scaffolding falls on Ophelia's foot, so Travis sticks around to help.
Be careful, be careful, be careful.
And by some miracle, Travis's fort is untouched. Ophelia needs a doctor, but the hospital is surrounded by cops, and they're shooting patients in the head. Back at Maddie's place, Nick makes a new friend.
Don't open it.
Stuck.
And catches the eye of neighbor turned walker Steve. So now's a good time to see if you can find a gun. Bingo, thank you, Second Amendment, but somebody left the back door open. Who the hell was that? And neighbor turned walker Steve lets himself in to get acquainted with Nick's new friend. Supper time. That's about the same time Travis gets home. He thinks neighbor turned walker Steve is just sick and wants to help. You're a dumbass. Neighbor turned walker Steve is just dead and wants to eat.
Peter, come on, Peter, it's Travis.
Dad, what are you doing?
Get out of here!
Maddie makes it back with the gun and Daniel takes a shot. Pro tip, birdshot to the face doesn't always do the trick. Just ask Dick Cheney. Birdshot to the skull at point blank range does. Alicia is back at the neighbor's house picking up the rest of the shotgun ammunition and gets her first face-to-face with neighbor turned walker, Susan. Nick states what we already know.
She's not sick. She's dead.
The next morning, Travis buries neighbor turned walker Steve while Daniel gives Chris shotgun 101.
These are double Artbach. Those are stop something.
Travis is not eager to have his son join the NRA.
The more the boy knows, the safer he'll be.
I didn't see the harm, Trav.
You know how I feel about guns.
Meanwhile, Maddie's having a moral dilemma. She can either bash in neighbor turned walker Susan's head with a finishing hammer or leave her there. No one's totally sure what's going on yet, so Travis talks her out of it.
Give it to me before you do something that can't be undone.
All right, the cars are packed, it's time to go. And leave it to Alicia to make everyone late for the family road trip.
That's Pete.
As they're pulling out, Maddie sees Susan's husband, Patrick, come home, so she's gotta warn him.
Susan! I'm home!
This scene is the big Walker moment of the episode.
Susan!
Patrick! Patrick! It's not your wife.
But lucky for Patrick, the Marines show up just in time. Unfortunately, it looks like the road trip is canceled and everyone's on house arrest.
Ya es demasiado tarde.
So that's the episode. Maddie's running low on come-down drugs for Nick. We can assume that there's going to be a quest for more at some point. Daniel wants to split up from the rest, but that's yet to happen. Other notable moments, there was the cop zombie eating the SWAT patrol officer. Travis proves once again that Ford is built tough. Chris eyes a straight-edge razors, so I'm hoping for a Sweeney Todd moment in a future episode.
Put that back.
Nick buys Boardwalk and makes it rain.
$100?
So, there you go. Hey.
And we get a brief shot of Dodger Stadium before the power goes out. So what do you guys think of the dog? Let us know your favorite moments in the comments section below, and give this video a like if you thought the birdshot to the face was the best Walker kill so far. Click here for last week's Fear the Walking Dead recap, and click here to subscribe to @Hollywood so you can watch our recaps every Monday. And be sure to follow @Hollywood on Twitter and Facebook.